down.
Forte already fell asleep.
As you lie down, hiding in the down-like feathers of Zephyr. And a deep sleep takes each of you as you've tied yourself to the back of the rock. You hear, Tango, the rustling of fire and the cracking of ember as you jolt yourself awake and find yourself sitting in a familiar place. A bonfire around you. But there's no one here. It's just the warmth of the fire as you sit and stare at it.
I'm here.
Hey, kiddo!
Oh, jeez.
Did you think it was the flame, mama? Gotcha, bitch.
Scared the shit out of me.
How you doing, kid?
And you see a flaming Wendigo, easily 8-9 feet tall, sit down next to you, draping an ever-burning arm around your shoulders.
Well, Chris, I think I might be heading to certain death.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm showing up here, boss. I'm thinking we don't do this. Look. You had a good run, you had some fun, but we gotta find the homeland. Remember, gotta find a new place for the Enclave that you burnt down, that you killed, you smoked, you turned to ash.
You know, Chris,
Yeah?
they were always better off without me, right?
Whoa, you were given a divine quest, bud. Can't just say, fuck off, and walk away.
Yeah, but I also can't let Trevor do this alone, and he certainly will.
Is that your problem, Tango?
Well, kinda, yeah.
I mean, you seen what's happening to the Enclaves. Shouldn't you be trying to save the rest of them? Instead of this one random person? What's your deal, kid?
You know, there'll always be someone else. I'm not the only one who could take up that mantle. But right now, I'm the only one that can help my friend.
I mean, aren't there exactly like 7 other people going to that place? And 2 of them are trying to save that friend? Also, friend, that's a strong word. What's she done for you?
Well, we've bled together.
Yeah, you've bled with a lot of people, though. I mean, I was at some of those parties, Tango. I've seen some shit.
You know, Chris, I don't appreciate this. Fuck off, dude.
Roll insight.
Ooh, 11?
As you look closely at Chris, the image is odd. The proportions wrong. The colors, the voice, even the mannerisms are just a little off. The warmth of the fire isn't reaching your skin like a vision would from the Flame Mother, or even if Crispy was really here. Something is wrong with this dream.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out my little summoning card. Yeah, that's right, John!
Of Crispy Mary Smelter?
You're not my friend.
What do you mean? But
Crispy!
Whoa, wait!
I summon. Actual Chris. Okay, role play with yourself for a minute, John.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy this.
So, as the card hits the ground, there's a flame and a gout of fire as the true form of your friend. Steam rising, earth melting under his hand, comes pulling himself forward out.
What the fuck, man? Who the fuck are you?
And you see Crispy's skull-like head cock unnaturally to the side as he regards this
visage. You some off-brand piece of shit. Who the fuck you hanging with, Tango?
Well, this appears to be a waste of time, then. And you see the guys fade. And there is a small, what looks like maybe halfling gnome or dwarven man with this beautifully curated beard, hair pulled back, and these this royal blue robes.
Have I ever seen this guy before?
Roll me wisdom.
Jesus Christ, I gotta get new dice. 9.
You don't recognize him.
Well, this is most unfortunate. I was hoping to have a more pleasant conversation with you. Tango, was it?
Seems like you know.
Look, kid, you need to fuck off out of this dream, or I tear you to pieces, boyo.
And you see like Crispy sort of move menacingly in front of you.
Say the word, Tango. I could use a snack.
I step around in front of Chris. I don't know who you are, but you know what I do know? You're scared. That's why you're trying to scare me off.
Scared. A lot of things seem scary in the dark. The dark is my home. And you're just falling deeper into it. And you see the flames begin to wither and condense. All right, this is going to be a contested wisdom for
Ooh.
control of the dream.
Interesting. Okay. Fuck me, dude.
Hey, there's a chance.
6.
Okay, not that good of a chance.
There was a chance, and it's gone.
Hey, Chris is helping me. Do I?
I'll give you advantage. Yeah, go for it. Crispy is helping.
9.
You needed one more, Davis.
As the flames weaken and darkness becomes falling, you see eyes beginning to appear at the edges of your vision. You see, I brought friends. You only brought one. Oh, Tango.
Guess the good news is I bring my own light, and I'm gonna try to cast Agonazar's Scorcher on him. Just a big pillar of fire.
Crushed that pronunciation.
Agonazar's Scorcher.
All right, so he's going to attempt to counterspell it.
Oh, okay.
So is this level 3 or lower?
I think it's level 2. Let me check.
Is Tango gonna die in his sleep?
That's not how the dream spell works. But
Oh, he's trying to keep me exhausted, the motherfucker. Oh no! It's second level.
So evil.
Second level.
okay, so it shatters as he waves a hand dismissively. Oh no. Little Tango alone left without a light. Are you scared, Tango? Do you miss your mother? And the fire grows dimmer, and you can kind of hear crying from the flame. And it sounds a little like the flame mother.
Son of a bitch. I don't need magic to fight you. I'm gonna run up and punch him in the face.
All right, roll the hit, boss. Roll the hit.
Love that.
I keep rolling a 7 on this stupid dice. Plus my strength is a 7.
All right, so you miss as you strike out, and as you catch nothing but air, you take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay, just clerical. Is that from my max or from what it was prior?
From your max.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, This is truly embarrassing for you. Now you shut the fuck up. At which point you see Crispy hop on top and begin just clawing at this visage. But it's like the man is made of smoke, and you can't get a hold of him. You slippery ass bitch! And he breaks open his maw and breathes this line of fire out. And I need you to roll for Crispy. A d20 plus 6 must beat a 15.
16.
Oh, barely. At which point, you see the smoke scattered. Not fast enough. And the dream shifts into a nightmare as you are forced to watch your village burn around you, holding the people that you loved, that you knew, as the flesh melts from their form. The smell of them sickeningly sweet cooking as you relive these memories all night. And you will retain a second level of exhaustion.
A second level?
Yes. He doesn't remove the first and gains a new.
Fantastic.
Oh no.
And the three of you wake up to Tango screaming on the back of the rock.
Tango! Tango, wake up!
I run from the front of the rock. Tango!
Tango!
Tango? Tango, what's wrong? Hey, it's okay, buddy. You're okay.
You think
here.
it would have been much worse if Crispy had not been there.
I tell you what's wrong. Some fucking dwarf just screwed up and now I'm pissed.
I'm sorry, you said dwarf?
Gnome.
What does he look like?
Little goatee. Little magic.
He describes Dr. Theron. Little magic. Little dude, I don't know. What are you, bro?
Ooh, that was good. You were visited by Dr. Theron.
Motherfucker went into my mind while I was sleeping.
Yeah, he does that. Or sometimes he takes your mind. Now, granted, you're lucky that didn't happen, but you look like shit.
That's okay. That's okay. Because I know something that Dr. Theron doesn't know. He's already dead. Don't jump off the back of the rock! You don't have your suit on! Wait! Tango! Wait!
Love the energy. Great energy. Put on your suit first.
I want to rage.
You're not a barbarian. Go ahead. But do it with your suit on.
Okay, let me ask you, John.
Can I rage?
I still
Sure.
I still got the long rest though, right?
I am going to give you the health and the reset of your level and your spells,
Okay.
but you're just exhausted.
And do I have the 6 damage or no?
You will wake up with that damage.
Okay, so I still have that damage, but I get all my spells.
Correct.
Great.
Over Zephyr's feathers in front of her, you see Arminsguar, the camp, sprawling out before you. A utilitarian post, maybe 500-600 feet. Bonfires on each of 5 towers that create this pentagonal shape around it, connected with these wooden palisades and large walls that 40 feet, 50 feet into the sky. Each of the 5, you can see even from this distance, a ballista stationed upon, and guards every 10 to 20 feet.
I look back over the rock. Is the ground still moving?
Yes.
Shit.
What sort of angle of entry can we achieve with this squirrel suit?
It will be a roll, based on a roll that Davis made.
Oh, not we don't have a say in it, huh?
Well, you get to make a roll for dexterity, but it will be augmented or hindered by the roll that he made designing your suit.
Well, I'm not one to take unnecessary risks. However, I'm going to waste 2 of my, let's call them bardic inspirations. Just sit quiet and listen to this beautiful song I'm about to play.
Oh,
And then I'm going to give you guys each a bardic inspiration.
that actually reminds me something I wanted to do. For some reason, Trevor has instrument training. So when he wakes up, he plays a little morning tune on his bird pipes. And the 3 of us all have heroic inspiration, which is a reroll.
That's that 2025 shit.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'll still give you guys the other inspiration just
Yeah.
to be safe.
Yeah,
But now we
let's
have
stack our shit.
So now we have a
please.
reroll and +6. Wait. Possibly 8. What did I do with my papers? I'm a bad player.
I didn't want to say it, but
I wish my laughs would actually be real laughs and not just me dying.
Central Texas for you, man.
D8. You each would get a D8.
All right, pick a tower.
and then I'm gonna. How are y'all at dexterity?
Are we all getting buffed right now?
Pretty decent.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna actually come in pretty quiet if we're flying from up high. Chance they don't see us. Should I go ahead and give us some stealth advantages?
Yes.
Great. Pass
Okay.
without a trace.
Okay. You cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, so +10 to our stealth, reroll,
I-
+8 to initiative, or not initiative, whatever.
I'm thinking I should probably do a little prayer to up my dexterous ability, and I can do an extra special prayer that would let me do it to me and somebody else.
We're walking into that boss fight and everybody's like, potion, spell.
There's ballista, okay?
5 ballistas. Not ballista. Ballistas.
Okay.
I think ballista is the plural.
So what is this you're casting? You can do one other person?
I was gonna do enhance ability, and if I, oh wait, no, it's level 2 already, so I can't upcast it. Never mind.
Okay.
Still upcast it for yourself.
All right, Trevor, which tower are we going to go for?
I would like to assess the towers.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me Insight.
I would like help, and no one helped me, so that's a 10.
Did you not?
What?
Did you not help?
I can't help. Yep. I'm helping.
Okay. All right. What are you doing to help?
I'm also looking.
Okay.
I'm using
All right.
I'm using my military knowledge to help
Oh, that's
assess.
true. You used to lead
Yeah.
incursions. Soldier, spy.
This isn't the first time I've done an aerial assault with the squirrel suit.
All right, go ahead.
There we go. Well, it's still a 10.
So you hear beneath you growls and screams. And through the wind and the buffeting in the darkness, it's hard to truly make out what is on or what would be the best path of attack to get in without being seen. But you imagine staying high into the sky. In this darkness, the rock would be hidden. And to just drop down straight in the center and maybe spiral your way down seems possible. But the wind is unnaturally strong. And it feels like a risk either way.
I'm not really sure which of those towers looks the most penetrable.
Well, get ready. I think we should let Forte pick. And I push Forte off the back of the rock. Spread your arms!
I don't know. I didn't think I changed into these.
All right.
Okay, implied competence.
Okay,
We
implied
put on
competence.
a squirrel suit.
All right. Roll 2 dexterities for me, please.
All right, 2. Okay, actually, this is important. I'm going to use the Forte dice twice. 19,
Okay.
15.
Okay.
My dexterity bonus is +6.
Okay.
So,
So as you go flying off the back of this rock, you feel the wind and buff it and catch you. And you begin to make your way down towards Arminsguar. This high up, they are but specks beneath. You can see them like ants moving about, torchlight. And the sort of mass movement of rows of people, perhaps battalions or troops moving within. But you're able to sort of balance on the breeze and the wind and find a way down without too much trouble, as you are able to control your descent. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a dexterity save. Roll 2 of them. You're wearing heavy armor, so roll 1. Unless you took your armor off to put on the squirrel suit and left it on the rock.
I made it to fit over her armor, so over Trevor's armor. So
Okay.
don't forget, you have a reroll. You have a +8.
I'm also going to say narratively, I know we're doing this one at a time, but we kind of jump in succession and we stay within 30 feet of each other.
Sure, I'll say that it happens in that time frame.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a dexterity save.
Just a dexterity saving throw, yes.
Okay. What was your roll, Laus?
I rolled a 19 +6 and a 15 +6.
Fuck. I'm gonna use my.
This is why Bardic Inspiration exists. I got it solely for this maneuver.
Right, but should I use my reroll first? Because it's a 12 right now.
Do I see Trevor lose control?
Well, we have to decide if this is
We
all
don't know
that's
yet.
being rolled yet.
Okay.
Right.
I hate this.
This is so good. I love
gonna
this so
die.
much. It's the tension is palpable.
Is it +8? Or plus a D8?
1d8.
Okay.
Forte,
Don't suppose you.
Forte
No, you're
has
concentrating on
consistent performance, so you
something
can't
else.
roll under a 3, right?
I have to. That's a spell.
Oh, it's a
I have
spell?
to actually,
Okay.
Don't suppose you guidanced me.
No, I didn't guidance.
You heard that here first, everyone. Davis wants Emily to die.
So it's a dirty 20.
As you
Nice!
As you jump off the back of the rock, the first buffet of wind flips you around, and you see the forest below shaking and quivering, and almost like looking at the face of a spider, you see thousands of little orbs looking up at you. These brilliant yellow eyes before you right yourself and find your way over Arminsguar and begin to swirl and make your way down, following Forte's path, leaving just Tango.
Hell of a time for a nat 1, am I right?
So you'll be doing a straight roll as well because you are exhausted at
Oh.
the second level.
Fantastic. Thanks, friend. I say to the rock, and then I leap off the back after Trevor. That is a 21. Not my first rodeo, baby.
You used my lucky dice.
It's much better than mine.
As you jump off the back and the winds crest underneath your wings, it takes you back. You remember the infiltration that day long ago. You dropped in with your 5-man unit, preparing. You knew you had to get to that princess.
Tango.
You had to get there.
Predator handshake midair.
And remembering those moments, that incursion into the Fey Wild, you close your wings and dive bomb, catching up to the other two before spreading them and slowing to lead the group. The wind now buffeting you loudly.
I hit at a pretty fast speed, but I do the like roll you would do for too fast of a parachute to like switch your momentum, like Link.
Now, I need one last roll from you, Tango. I need 2d20. Tell me the highest.
Oh.
No mod, just 2d20.
Well, this dice is a 7 again. I gotta weigh that dice. 18.
18.
Thank God. You scared me with that.
As you hop off, you see the rock bank on the wings and begin to turn. And you see one of the ballistas turn. But the rock quickly dives up into the clouds and out of view before it can right itself to fire. And the three of you are making your way down.
Making our way down to the fort.
At which point,
Falling fast.
200 feet
Demons passing. We're inbound.
pass in an instant. And I need another check, please.
Oh, we're still falling.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Oh,
you guys.
I thought I had made it to the ground.
No, you guys
Okay.
dropped 1,000 feet in the air.
Okay. Well, hooray.
We're gonna have 3 checks. So everybody, do a check for me, please.
Oh, everybody.
Everybody.
This is still Dex, right?
Yeah, still Dex.
18.
Okay.
Fuck.
You have your reroll.
Yeah, but there's a third. There's a third check.
Okay.
I'm just gonna use all my shit to survive this.
19.
Okay. And Trevor?
Damn it. 10.
The two of you, there's an unusually strong updraft from the large fires of this sort of human encampment. And quickly, the two of you realize with that heat, the current changes and you shift. Trevor, not quite being as familiar with aerial acrobats, his left arm catches the updraft and it spins him, and he plummets 400 feet. And I need another dex, please.
Wait, he's 400 feet below us now?
Yes.
I dive bomb.
Roll dex.
Okay. No.
Now I'm just checking.
18.
You dive bomb after him. You may give yourself disadvantage and Trevor advantage if you wish, as you try to right
Please
him.
do.
Okay, so I actually catch up to Trevor and I grab his arms and pull him out
Okay.
and give him advantage by spreading
All right,
his
roll
suit
again. And I need you to roll with disadvantage.
Great.
You guys are 100 feet from the ground.
That was a good dice switch there.
Yep.
18.
17. Getting lucky. Your dice is so lucky. I haven't rolled below 15.
You're welcome.
So the two of you, 100 feet, you're beginning to see the outlines of buildings, and you see a large stone structure that you are heading straight for the roof of. Grabbing his wings and spreading them, you quickly bank to the edge of what looks like this stable and come careening in the backside into these giant, what looks like, I would say, wagon of hay. And boom, with a heavy thud
Uh-oh, there's assassins nearby.
as hay shoots everywhere. 400 feet still in the air, though, is Forte. And as you descend, I need a dex and a stealth. You don't get the plus 10 now that Tango's gone.
Ah, you turd. All right. Start with Dex.
You guys went so fast, stealth didn't matter.
Start with Dex. Okay, that's a 14. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't matter. They are both +6. Okay. Dex again. I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to use my heroic inspiration. Because I don't care if I'm stealthy or not, to be quite honest. That's a natural 1.
You have to take the new one, right? On the reroll?
Dimension door.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I just want to see what John describes first. And
On a natural one, as you are banking and turning, you've descended another 200 feet, and you have a description? All right, go for it, Davis.
A stray ember from one of the bonfires catches an updraft and flies up to you, and your squirrel suit ignites in flames, fueled by the heat and wind.
oh no! I'm resistant to fire.
Yeah,
John.
that's fine. You take half damage, which is 1.
Okay.
As the bad part is the squirrel suit's gone, so you're free falling
Yeah.
from 200 feet in the air.
That's fine. I'm free falling. I'm assuming I'm circling. I'm going all over the place. And I'm trying. I would like to, instead of the stealth roll, I would like to do a focus roll.
Concentration check, even.
Yes.
Shut up.
Look, I'm just trying. I want to be able to see the ground, because if the squirrel suit's on fire and flaming, I'm not going straight down, right?
Understood.
It's kind of crazy, and it's circling, kind of like Top Gun. All right. What do I? Okay.
Concentration is con, so
10, and my Constitution modifier 0.
so a flat 10.
So as average as we can go.
So as you are spinning wildly, looking for the ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky. You have a 50-50 shot of going 400 feet up or 400 feet down. I need you to roll me a d20. High is in the sky, low is on the ground, baby.
Oh, I want to roll low.
Hang
On
on.
this
hang
one.
Hang on. The words of Dimension Door, can't you pick a direction?
Yes, but unfortunately his direction is shifting continuously.
No, I like this.
And that's how we lost Forte.
It might be.
Voop!
But I'm for this. I like this. You put me in a risky position. And I'm going to use my Forte specific dice. And we need to figure out something else just in case.
As he could peruses his spell list.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm just rolling the dice in my head, being like, okay, let's see, what can I?
What I love about you guys is I could have just cast Featherfall on us and us jump.
Why
But
didn't you do that?
But you love me enough to have gone with my amazing squirrel suit plan. And I really appreciate that.
I'm going to tell you, that wasn't out of love.
So much! I can't believe if I die. All right, I'm rolling now, and it's all on you. That is a 5.
As you're
You lucky son of a bitch.
spinning, you throw up a hand as this inky black door appears, and you careen through it. And with a thud, you hit the ground face first into the dirt. And
Outside the fort or inside the fort?
great question. I didn't even think about
Oh,
east
fuck
and
me.
west.
God damn it.
All right.
What I like visually is the door actually like makes him parallel to the ground as he emerges. And instead of hitting, because he'd still have all that momentum, right?
Yeah.
So he like gets shot out sideways and rolls on the ground.
So he's gonna. All right. He will. He'll shoot out sideways.
Yeah.
Guys,
I
we gotta stop asking John questions or giving him
low
suggestions.
is outside. High is inside.
Real son of a bitch! Nat 20! Oh! Thank you! Thank you!
As the door opens, you go jettisoned in a straight line into the same wagon as Tango and Forte. I mean, not as Tango and Trevor. Just boof into this beautiful bale of hay, hidden from sight.
And I'm just laying there.
Hey, that was probably the most successful jump I've ever had.
Prestidigitation. I beat my pants. Prestidigitation. I am a changed man.
Oh, for the audience, I may not have any more friends.
Brad's your only friend now.
Oh no. Whew. Shh. Forte.
Shh. That adrenaline. I'm sorry.
I don't think they know where we are.
Sorry. I will say no more.
Okay, great.
You hear the sound of pouring drinks and conversation. As around the corner, you imagine there to be a tavern. But all of you sit quietly hiding inside this wagon of hay for the moment. You take a moment to truly drink in what has just happened and how close you each came to death.
Mostly me.
And is there anything you'd like to do before poking a head out and getting lay of the land?
Yes. I would like to.
Is that just a tiny fireball that landed in the hay?
You were a fireball? That
It incinerated so quickly
Yeah.
it went out.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that just disappeared into an inky void, and then no one has any idea where you went. Because you literally moved 400 feet instantly. Anyone tracking your eyes would be very difficult, unless you want to roll stealth for some reason.
I don't. I just wanted to roll to make sure my clothes didn't burn off. And unfortunately, I would say there are definite gaps.
Okay. I would like to cast Locate Object.
Okay.
But here is what I would like to do with it. My first instinct is look for Sparrow's guns, right? But if I think back, is there anything like an earring or something that Sparrow has that I think they'd be less likely to have taken from her, right? Something that would still be on her person, even, or in the image I saw, did I see any items on her?
Legit question. Did Sparrow have any piercings?
So, Sparrow does have sort of metro-style ears with earrings. And you know that she does carry a ring and a small necklace that she wears around her. Any of those would probably be fairly good attempts. You do imagine the idea of her being able to keep weapons is probably pretty low, but
They might at least be close to her.
they might be close to her or they might be given to someone to use.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, give me a minute. I think I can locate Sparrow.
Sorry, I'm waiting for my soul to re-enter my body.
I pull out a little piece of wood that's like a forked twig, and I snap it in half, and I think real hard about the most prominent of those earrings that Sparrow wears.
Okay, and the range is 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
As your senses expand out around you, there is nothing that returns. But you know that 1,000 feet does not cover a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit. Well,
Tiny
it's worth a try.
toadstool appears. Your princess is in another castle.
Okay, I'm not sensing Sparrow. But I figure we can maybe deduce where the most likely place they'd be keeping a prisoner, and I can try again.
All right. So, are we trying to sneak, or should we try to get some disguises?
Well, I would like to, under the cover of the hay, do my best to see what's around us, if it's all guards or if it is common
Roll me
people of
perception.
different races.
Horizons.
19 on the dice, which makes that bad boy 21. I only have +2.
As you stick your head out of the hay, you can see a drunkard like laying in the stables, wearing a rough spun tunic, boots, and pants. He doesn't appear to be military. He has shaggy, long hair, unkempt beard. And as you sort of peer out into the street, there is a pretty general folk moving about, but you do see for every 2 people a guard. So you imagine, like, while there are people here, there's a good number of military as well. And this is definitely a waypoint as opposed to a destination. People move in, take a caravan, leave, and so forth.
All right, we may be able to blend in. Trevor might be a little more difficult.
Because he's so beautiful.
That and its armor is always pristine. This is a way through point, so a lot of people pass through. So if they're not looking for us specifically, we should be able to get by. But there are so many guards here. The question is, how well known are we? I mean, Dr. Theron, was in your mind, is our wanted posters up anywhere? Or is there... Do you have anything that could change your look?
I don't, but here's my question. If this is a through point, how are people getting in and out with all the dead shit outside? The monsters.
How are the Villacoporians gonna get through all that if they can't travel during the day because there is no day?
Oh fuck, did we leave them to die?
You think for a moment and you sent back the ROC. You imagine they will have to have a very similar plan of entry.
So the question is, do we sneak around and look suspicious, or do we try to blend in and act natural?
Well, Forte's partially naked, and you and I are in a squirrel suit.
I mean, we can just take those off. Leave them in the hay.
Tango, can you make me a shirt?
Oh yeah, I've already made one in your size.
What?
Yeah. I hand him a skin-tight leather shirt.
I appreciate the sewing of the abs. Thank you.
It squeaks a little bit as he moves.
Constraining, but
Oh,
gets the job done.
yep, hold on, sorry. We got to powder you up to get it all the way down. There we go.
Okay. Look,
I don't think it fits.
I'm not. I had my brain sucked out, guys. I'll work on it. Depression really gets to you, okay?
Well, you hit the Curious Cat Cafe too many times.
I do love the meals. I'm gonna try something.
No.
And this may backfire. But I'm gonna try it. I'm going to pull out my violin. And I'm gonna wait. Because there's a lot of people passing by.
Yeah, plenty.
I'm gonna wait for a particularly raucous moment. And when that happens, on that guard, I'm gonna cast cacophony. Now, what this does is,
Yep, you said it. You got to do it.
is it chess rules?
I can't do that right now. I thought it was a strictly one person thing, but it is everyone in a 30-foot area. So I'm gonna hold off.
So I should probably describe what's around just a little bit.
Yeah, John.
So as
Guys, this guy, am I right?
So
Lazy
as you're
DM.
behind this, okay, fuckers, this mostly sort of stone and wooden cobble structure. The first 4 feet are packed stone with wood based on top of it. You can see about 5 or 6 troughs for horses. But you can also see the main road, which is just packed earth that looks as if a rain has come through recently, as it is muddy and sort of squelched. there are people moving in and out about it, and there are every 10 to 15 feet another building that has been hastily constructed from wood. You see guards at the corner of every crossroads, but to your right, about 70 to 80 feet after you leave this stable, you see the tavern or the inn that has been quickly constructed. It is made of this wretched black looking wood that has not even been made smooth. It looks very rough. There is a guard who sits out front, leaning with a long pole arm and this Aurelian armor that doesn't look like it's been washed in days, and the sigil of the real empire, sort of emblazoned on a tabard that is draped over him.
I have an idea. Dear John.
Dear John.
The guy that's passed out in the stable.
Yes.
Does he have bruises on his face? Does he look like he was tossed out of the tavern, or does he look like he drunkenly stumbled out and passed out?
Indeed looks beaten.
Never mind.
What was your idea?
We drag him back to the tavern quickly and try to move past the guard, dumping him off on the cart.
Oh. Yeah.
But they clearly beat him up and kicked him out.
Well,
Listen,
does
everyone.
he have to be about anybody's size?
Everyone get ready to jump this
He looks
guy.
like he could be Forte's.
I'm going to use my telepathy to talk to the guard at the tavern. I would like to say, "Psst, over here at the stables. Hey, over here."
What? You see the man who is about 6 foot, maybe 195 pounds, turn his head and look around, looking at the stables. Not at you, just at the stables, trying to figure out where who over there? And he begins to make his way, sort of holding his polearm with both hands. Is that you, Willis? Woke up from your dirt nap?
Do we think we could just run to the tavern, or are there pockets of people passing that we can blend in with them?
I mean, yeah. Definitely.
I say we just try that. The guy's away from the door. We should be able to enter.
Can we sneak around? Or
Sure, roll stealth, everyone.
okay. Plus 10.
Oh, good. Pass without a trace is still up. That was going to be my question.
23.
28.
22. No, 24.
Hell yes.
Did you roll disadvantage for your plate armor?
No, because I still have Cat's Grace up.
Okay. You quickly make your way around this man as he goes to the unconscious body of what you imagine is Wilson and sort of pokes him with the blunt end. As you blend into some passerbys making their way to the tavern. Can't believe they shut down the roads. They really must think the Villacoporians are going to make an attack. I just wanted to get to Garland. I didn't want to be stuck in this shithole. As you follow them into the tavern, which is bustling with life.
I assume we stripped off our squirrel suits in the bale of hay.
Implied competence.
Yes, I'm going to assume that happened. The din of music and drink. Well, the din of drink and conversation truly erupts. There's no music. As people with dour, long faces, sallow and tired, have very tempered conversations with each other. You step in and you see 8 very long tables. So very much cafeteria style seating with a long bar at the end that has one giant barrel that all drinks are poured from. You imagine this is not a establishment of choices, but there are no other options.
So no milk is what you're saying.
Probably not any milk. You see an older woman with grizzled red hair, running drinks out, and a older man, balding, pale complexion, manning the bar. And just a ton of people inside here as you step in.
Here's where things go a little south that I didn't think through. I am pretty recognizable. Because I'm famous. A famous bard. And I'm tied with you guys, so I'm just gonna sit at this spot and put on some colorful, more, less rouge, brown to change my... I'm gonna put on some makeup so I look slightly different, so I can deny being the beautiful Forte Black.
The beautiful.
Why don't you just like wear a veil?
Do you have one?
I quickly fashion a veil of leather.
That sort of looks like you'd be robbing the place.
Okay. He makes a veil and drapes it over your head of leather.
Trevor, can I present our silent monk friend, Ortho. Order of the Silent Monks. Never speaks, can't show his mouth.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ortho.
It's really how you sideline me, huh,
I
Davis?
didn't mean to. I'm just looking for an excuse to cover your face. We don't have to go with that. We haven't told
Too
anyone
late.
yet. We haven't told anyone yet.
So,
I didn't think about that. I'm so sorry.
as you enter,
Audio medium.
and
The silent monk.
that's pretty fucked up. It's funny. As you enter and you sit down, I need everyone to roll me a perception check.
At disadvantage because I got leather in front of my face.
Sure.
10.
19.
8.
As the two of you sit down, trying to get the lay of the land, quietly keeping your heads down, trying to catch bits of conversation. Trevor, very much like a meerkat, your head pokes up and looks around. You have a singular focus, a singular goal. And as you look across the bar, you see at the back corner a small iron, it looks like, vase where weapons are placed. There are swords, knives, bows, axes, and things of all nature. You see sitting next to it a long mechanical contraption with different valves and knobs on the edges of it, and a wooden stalk at the bottom that appears to be almost 4 feet long. You would recognize that anywhere. It's how you met Sparrow.
Do I recognize it specifically, or do I just recognize it as a category?
You've only ever seen one, and this appears to be it. At least from this distance. It's right next to the bar, behind this long table of guards, all sitting drinking.
Oh, shit. Okay. Here's the thing. Trevor's
The
real
thing
likable.
is,
I think I've got this, guys. Wait here and keep guard.
Oh, no.
And Trevor stands up and struts over and picks up this contraption and is like, well, this is certainly an interesting item. What does this do? It looks over at the guards.
so as you walk by this table towards the weapon, the moment you pick it up, 5 guards stand up and immediately go to restrain you. There are no weapons in here. What are you doing? And
Oh, whoa, whoa,
they
whoa.
immediately
Is
grab to rip it away.
Trevor puts it back to, I didn't realize it was a weapon. I was just curious. This is a fascinating little device.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay. 18.
You see a younger woman, probably 20s, long, sort of golden blonde hair, tied in a bun underneath this very conquistadorian helmet, who looks over at the group of them. Oi, lads, come sit down. I don't recognize him. Probably just new here. There's no weapons allowed in here. Get yourself a pint and sit down. Get out of our hair.
Oh, well, maybe I could buy y'all around.
Oi, buy us all around. You see 20 guards.
Forte perks up.
I mean, sure, if you're buying. Hilda! Around for me and my lads! You see the bartender begin to pour the pints, and she begins to bring them over. And the woman looks at you. Well, thank you, stranger.
Well,
I have to admit, I don't recognize you. What's your name?
My name is Eric.
Eric. When did you come in, Eric? I didn't remember seeing you in the last patrol.
Oh, I came in with the last group of reinforcements.
Oh, you're one of our guard?
No, I'm more like a stable hand, sorta. A help.
Go ahead and roll me deception.
Full blade.
In full plate mail, yeah.
Okay. I didn't say this, but I should have.
But that doesn't change it. It didn't happen.
Trevor's awesome.
Well, when I stripped off the squirrel suit, I wanted to also hide my armor in there because I've got just like a plain canvas
So you're not
shirt and
wearing
leather pants on.
I
under
will
the
allow
armor.
you to not be wearing armor, but you're leaving it in the stable, underneath, inside that thing is what you're doing.
I'm gonna hate myself for this, aren't I?
I'm just asking.
You might end up hating John when it disappears.
So what did you do? Are you wearing your plate or are you not?
Well, they said my plate was really noticeable.
It is very
I
noticeable.
felt kind of bad about it.
It is very noticeable.
You and I stand out like sore thumbs. Would you like a leather mask?
Brother Ortho, Brother Rotho. All right, are you wearing it or not?
I'm not.
All right, then you roll normal, no disadvantage.
Okay. 19.
We could use a new stable hand. I mean, Wilson's a bit of a fuck up.
I think he just needs the right environment to encourage his talents.
Really?
Probably farther away from the alcohol.
None of us would be here if we were further away from the alcohol. The place is a shit show. Aren't that right, lads? You basic grumble of agreement.
Well, how'd you end up here?
Well, I've been stationed here for a while now. Unfortunately, my commanding officer, well, let's just say he got me stuck here with him. And one of the other guards. Look, you can't blame Master Dawnhorn for everything. You chose to stay here. Well, I couldn't exactly leave him either with the way my record came out. After I served under him, now could I?
Do you mind if I ask what happened? I'm
She
sorry,
co-
too personal.
She cocks an eyebrow at you, and I need another check now.
What kind of check?
This is going to be deception.
Deception?
Yes. Liam Dawnhorn is the man punished for the 3 days of night.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Even I remembered that.
Not me.
A 22.
Trevor
Trevor seems just really charismatic and really dumb.
No, you really must not be from around here. Perhaps the stable is the right job. Yes, well, Master Sergeant Dawnhorn. He had a regrettable part in the war, or the battle of Broken Mountain, in the 3 days of darkness. We don't like to bring it up, though. If you get my drift.
I'm sorry, I just keep sticking my foot in horse pies today.
Well, it is your job. Why don't you have a seat with us? Have a drink. And she takes you by the shoulder and sits you down as she motions for one of the guards to move to the end of the table.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about the way we met. That just looked really cool. and kind of weird, and I thought maybe it belonged to one of you guys, and I could ask.
It isn't one of ours. That's the Inquisitor's gun.
Who's that?
Well, she's regrettably the right hand of Sergeant Dawnhorn. A rather new addition to our, well, merry band of soldiers.
Merry band of soldiers, you say?
Indeed. She walks around
That's a right cheerful and uplifting sort of way to look at it.
Well, when everything around you has gone to horse pies, as it were, you have to look for some brighter moments, huh? Well then. Anyway, that's her weapon. I doubt she would appreciate it much, see you, well, touching it. She gets rather particular.
Well, I'm glad you stopped me then. Have you seen her use it? What does it do? How is it a weapon? It looks like a stick.
I've never seen her use it. I've heard it from a distance. Strike a man dead from 2,000 to 3,000 feet.
Is it a wand?
From what I can tell, it's mechanical of some nature. What I haven't really wanted to get a closer look. As I said, she's a bit unstable.
Trevor sort of looks around in a way to imply he's trying to figure out who in here is the Inquisitor. Because if the gun is there, the Inquisitor's there, and then he leans over conspiratorially towards this person. Who's the Inquisitor?
You see her kind of get quiet and look around, as if trying to keep her voice down.
Mm.
Well, that's more of a name we gave her, but
Oh,
I believe she stepped out for just a moment.
well, I don't want to offend. What do I call her?
We don't really speak to her. She never speaks back.
Yeah, I knew somebody like that once.
But just be careful. We've had a lot more executions since she arrived.
Well, that's bad. I appreciate the warning. What was your name?
Cassandra.
Cassandra?
Yes, Cassandra.
Well, it's real nice to make a friend here, Cassandra.
It was. And what was your name?
Eric.
Eric, that's right. She smiles. Well, have a good evening and a good drink, Eric. Thanks for the round. And she turns to the rest of the group and re-engages in conversation.
I would like to roll insight to see if that's a get the fuck away from our table sort of dismissal.
It's a get
or
the fuck away from our table kind of dismissal.
No
you didn't even need
insight
to roll
required.
insight.
Yeah.
You just had a roll above a nat 1.
It was pretty obvious as you make your way back to Forte.
Trevor, holds up the mug to cheers the table and walks back over and sits down by Tango and Forte and puts the drink in front of Tango and says, Forte, I need some money. We have a tab.
I hope you guys are ready. We're undercover now. It's time to bust out my alias. From here on out, I'm Waltz Vinegar Rag. God damn it.
I'm Eric.
You did not.
What was your name again?
Ortho,
Ortho.
the silent monk.
As the three of you sit for a drink and workshop a new undercover alias for Forte. Meaning we're not keeping that one.
You can still be Ortho the monk. You just don't show your face. You can talk.
That's right.
Oh my god, please do that voice.
I will be Ortho the monk.
So as the three of you are sitting down in this den at the edges of the room through a side door, a figure dressed in all black leather steps through, a long trench coat covering them head to toe, a jaunted tricorn hat, also pitch black, with a bandana around their nose and face, quietly walks to the edge of the weapons cache, grabs the gun, and slips out without ever being seen. The camera cuts to the street and follows her as she makes her way to the wall. Looking out, into the darkness of the night and the creatures beyond that twist and claw. You hear the running of horses, and you can hear the screams of people as a man and a woman on this wagon, as it bounces down the road towards the gate, with a pack of these yellowed-eyed creatures chasing it. One of the guards on the wall looks. Inquisitor, do we open the gate? There's no response, as she kneels and draws the long rifle, and over the din of the drinks and the conversation, 2 high-pitched pops can be heard. As the wagon careens out of control and strikes a tree. And that's where we're gonna end for the night. Well, guys, how y'all feeling?
Scared.
That's what I thought. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. I appreciate y'all coming along on this ride. Please follow us on our social media platforms like Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, and YouTube. Join our Discord server. And, well, we would appreciate any messages that you want to drop us on our Buzzsprout as well. Why you give me that face, Laus? We're 4 best friends that said, fuck it. Are we? Or 5 best friends, you're right, that said, fuck it and pressed record. My name is John Garza. With me always is Laus Weindel.
Yo!
Emily Robinson.
Help us, please.
And Davis McQueen.
Tango Honeypot is dead. Now we witness the rise of Walt's Vinegar Rag.
I miss Brad.
Everyone misses Brad. We miss our friend.
Not Davis.
R.I.P. Brad.
Kidding, he does. He's not dead.
He's really not dead, guys. But with that,
John's basement.
he's in my basement.
Puts the lotion
But with
on
that-
his skin.
I would like to thank.
And then it lets the dice begin.
I would like to send out.
Oh, Halloween episode Dicebreakers song.
All right. I would like to send a special thanks out to the Bard Queen / Bardificer for letting us use their song At Our Door as our outro. We here at So You Want to Be a Hero thank you all for listening, and go check her out on Spotify and Apple Music. Stay heroic out there, guys.
John didn't like that we were talking over his outro.
You did not. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night, or day, or morning, or...
The Armageddon at our door.
Fine, I'll stop.
I was so prepared to fight this whole fort. It's very nice of John to give us the ability to blend in a little bit.
It's Trevor's thing. He's supposed to be weirdly like...
When Titans tower tall, the crashing of thunder graces the call. How may the realm